All right, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Mike with Let's Be Blunt. Been a busy couple weeks, man. We have been inundated with political mess. We just, it's election year, and a lot of movement happens during the election year. Everybody's trying to make their constituents happy and get voted in again. But the cannabis industry is probably one of the most volatile industries right now. We have about 3,000 to 4,000 bills affecting this industry, both on the federal level and the state level. So it's we've been busy around here, but we feel pretty good about we are going to get these things moved forward and ultimately legitimize our industry and build customer confidence and hopefully get politicians and law enforcement off our back. So it's a mess out here. But one of the things I was reading about last night is in the Farm Bill, a portion of that affects our industry, but there's a lot of things that are messing up the Farm Bill where they can't get it passed. And one of the things is Monsanto and Bayer managed to get it in this new Farm Bill that has protections for them of getting sued over exposure to Roundup. And so, we'll leave it at that. We're going to start off with this, but get involved in politics. Basel and I were up in Raleigh a couple weeks ago, and it's amazing how many bills and laws are passed daily that none of us really even know about, and the politicians really don't either. They don't read them. They most of them are voting on them, minutes after they've received it. And they're 300-400 pages long sometimes. And of course, the cannabis rules and regulations affect us, but there's so many more pieces that affect everyone. So with all that being said, we're back on the grind, getting these shows out, and we're going to try to start enlightening people, still bringing information. We got a lot of cool subjects.
What's up, Mike? How you doing,
What's
man?
up, sir? How are you?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me.
So my introduction to Dom's a few weeks ago at one of my stores. We had a comedy and joint night, joints and jokes, I think you guys called it.
Yes, sir.
Something we're trying to get off the ground, and it was a great evening. It was pretty great. You put cannabis together with comedy. I mean, what else? If you can't make a crowd laugh this high, you might not need to be in comedy. No, it was great. We had some great performers there, and my man here killed the show as well. Did an amazing job. But ultimately, we was gonna sit down and shoot the shit. You got a vast background, and you're also wanting to move forward in with podcasts and bringing other things up. Tell us a little bit what you got going on.
Yeah, I got a few things in the works, man. Of course, the comedy. First and foremost, thanks for having us at Crown Town Cannabis, man. For any and everybody in the Charlotte area and beyond, make sure y'all come visit Crown Town Cannabis. Support, man. Amazing staff, amazing ownership, amazing products, man. Amazing products, because I went home and slept great that night. So make sure, man, y'all come out Crown Town Cannabis and support. But trying to get the podcast back off the ground, man. Just want to do something where, the vision is to big up everybody in Charlotte, There's so many creatives here, so many amazing people, so many reputable businesses, yourself, myself, and other, different forms of entertainment and business and things that people should know about, you know what I mean? So just want to use the platform to big up everybody and let them know what's going on in the Queen City, Sure. Charlotte is an amazing place, man, and this will make my 10th year being here, originally from Virginia. And
Welcome.
so, thank you. And so since being here, man, I've seen the Queen City grow exponentially, but that's only bought, more reputable businesses, more, arts, entertainment, more people that are here and serious about their craft and want to, collaborate to, make the city a better place. So I just think that it's important to give those people, a shout, man, and let the world know what they got going on.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I, myself being a Charlottean, born and raised, I was actually downtown or uptown Charlotte, if you're from here, last night. And I was having that conversation with another person that's been here a long time. Charlotte went from a culture of no culture or maybe culture of racism to actually having a culture. Yeah. And I've been lucky enough to watch that growth, but I live outside of the main city now, so I don't get down there as often. But it was very impressive to be down there and see the culture that Charlotte really has adopted and adapted to. And, we're really great representation of all genders and races and countries and everything, and it's honestly it's getting better and better. So Charlotte's definitely got a lot to offer. Growing up, I remember telling people I'm from Charlotte, and they're like, where's Charlotte? Is that near Raleigh? So it's cool to be on the map, man, and to do things. So what inspired you? Number one, the comedy thing. You just decided one day you want to wake up, be a comedian. How's that work?
Man, so it's so funny. Like I said, I'm from Richmond, Virginia, that area, man, and it was Memorial Day of 2015, and I was at my friends John and Lena house. We're in the kitchen, and I mean, we're drinking, we're cutting up, man, and I've always wanted to just make people laugh. It's just always been something I like to do, and everybody there was like, man, you need to do comedy. The local club in Richmond is the Funny Bone, so they're like, you need to go to the Funny Bone, man, do some jokes. And me, my punk ass, I'm like, I don't got no jokes. I can't do, I can't go do that. And so I moved to Charlotte, man, and I'm working in insurance, and I even had like an old supervisor was like, hey, you should try stand up. And I just feel like when you're given a message, man, twice, it's no mistake. So I went, found a comedy class at the Comedy Zone, took it, actually just celebrated my 7 years yesterday.
Congrats.
And it's been the best decision I've ever made, Mike. Yeah. So it's just, I love to make people laugh, man. The world, people are hurting,
Yeah, we can use some laughing out here, man.
People are hurting,
it's a rough spot. Most people, man, and in a world full of, I think our social life is shrinking daily, and I think we're more isolated than ever. It was nice to be at that comedy event and be with people and feel that energy. And
people are forgetting how to like exist in real time.
Right.
People
too damn serious. People too damn offended these days. Everybody's offended by every damn thing.
They are, or they want to look like, the most popping on like social media or whatnot. And I'm like, don't get me wrong, I'm not controversial, but a lot of you motherfuckers, I know y'all in real life.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know y'all in real life.
Yeah,
so
those filters, man, unfortunately, they don't follow in real life.
They don't. They don't work from the neck down.
Right.
They don't work.
Right.
So you can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, I was the other day I saw a meme. It was from one of Nelly's videos back in the day, and it showed him in the club or whatever, and somebody was like, I wish the club was like this or whatever, and it used to be. And we were talking about how it used to go to the club, everybody be dancing and sweating, and nobody cares what they look like, just grinding to the music. And these days, everybody's posted up with some cute thing in the wall and wants to get that Instagram photo. So yeah, it's a different world we live in right now.
We used to live in a time, man, where people would do stuff. They're like, look, we're having fun. We don't want the world to see this. We can do what we do. Let's not put this whatever. But now it's like everybody wants to go viral,
right,
or put stuff out there that honestly should not be out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even though I'm a comedian, there's a lot of shit you're not gonna see me doing on the internet.
Right.
I got
one thing in the room. Yeah, it's one thing in the room. It's another thing to post it where it's there forever.
Yeah, I got a mom, and she still got a strong left hook, bro.
Is she funny or not?
My mom?
Yeah.
My dad's funny.
Your dad's funny?
Yeah, my dad's funny. My mom, man, she she has little cracks here and there,
right,
but my dad's side of the family, that's where all the comedians are.
That's what's up, man. First time you did a show, what was that like?
Man, so the first show actually was my graduation show.
Okay.
So my graduation show, man, it was cool. It was like about 300 people in there. I had a lot of coworkers that came out to support. I actually ended up closing out the graduate portion, so that was pretty cool, man. So that was dope. The open mic that I went to after that, man, I don't know if you're familiar with Hiroshima, Nagasaki, atom bombing, but bruh, reality check, man. Reality check, because you see,
you get booed?
Crowds are different. I didn't get booed.
All right, that's good.
But the one thing that's probably worse than not getting booed is just complete silence.
Yeah.
Complete. At least if you boo me, I know you're alive. You're paying some attention, man. But it's carried the building, dude. So
yeah, man, for sure.
It is.
You start sweating and all that.
Start sweating. But you know what's so wild though, man? I went. I was leaving out, and as I was leaving, two chicks, I'm thinking I bombed. Two chicks put $5 bills in my back pocket.
Right.
So I went to Wendy's and got 2 4-for-4s that night to make myself feel better.
There you go.
Yes.
And it's, maybe I'm guilty of that too, because like sometimes I'll find something extremely funny, but I don't laugh. I got like resting bitch face, I guess, or whatever. But it's funny, man, because even when I'm typing LOL, like I'm not LOL. You know what I mean? So it's, I guess everybody's different, but you got to have some people. But sometimes,
And things happen, man. In this comedy, you're not going to, just like with anything, I know we were chatting earlier, everything's not always going to go your way all the time. I think, if that was the case, then it wouldn't be no fun. What would you have to fight for? What would you really have to look forward to? What would you have to, strive and sacrifice for?
Sure.
So you need that. You need for things not to go that way, so you can find out who you are and go that extra mile to make it happen.
Right. push yourself.
Of course.
What's your aspirations for that? What's the next step? Bigger shows?
Bigger shows, man. I mean, I've been a touring feature. I've done international, man. So, bigger shows and things. I'm not even really too keen on calling myself a headliner per se. I close out shows, but I feel like I still have not put in that work and earned that title yet.
Right.
So bigger shows, when a tour do more cities and things, bigger venues and whatnot, man. But ultimately, I wanna transition over to the late night TV show slot, man. A lot of inspiration comes from, I mean, there are a lot of great late night hosts, but Arsenio was the one that brought flavor.
I was sitting here thinking who we were running through Arsenio, and I immediately started.
Yeah, Arsenio. It was flavor, man.
It was. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was different, man. It was. I mean, that was probably the last time I liked BET, but that's
BET still around.
Unfortunately,
but
that's another. So unfortunately, man, at least they're
not
not playing Baby Boy every other second now.
I was thinking about it the other day. I wonder what MTV plays now. They still around too, I guess.
Yeah, they are. More reality shows, man.
Everything reality.
More reality shows. I miss music videos.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. And they actually, it's crazy. They still make music videos, but you got to go like YouTube to find them.
You do. Everything's streaming now. Everything's about streams, how many numbers, I run it up and stuff.
You streaming any of your work on there?
So I stream some, man. Content, trying to do, a few skits and things, but I'm going to be honest, Mike, I feel better in real time. On that stage is where I get it.
Right.
On that stage, because there's no pause button, there's no stop, there's no editing. It's all in real time. So if there's a misstep on that stage, it's a misstep. I can't edit that.
It's over and done.
It's got to be more pristine on stage.
Yeah, you fuck up on camera, it's there forever.
It is, bro. It is. And people going to remind you of it.
That's cool. So, obviously, this is mostly a cannabis background kind of podcast or whatever.
I'm a fan. I'm a user.
Yeah, so I always like to ask people, like, first time, what was that experience?
Woo! Mike! Yo, man, dude.
Life-changing.
Dude, it was my junior.
How old were we?
I was 19.
Okay.
I was 19,
Late
man.
bloomer.
Yeah, I was.
Nice,
19,
nice.
man. I was like 29 before I became a full-time user.
Yeah, there you go.
But I had to commit to the bit.
Right.
Man, dude, it was my junior year in college, and I had never smoked, man. And my friends was like, hey, you know what? I think it'd be a great idea to get Don high.
Right.
So my boy is an engineer.
Great friends.
Yo, shout out Spencer, Brown, Omar. I love y'all, man. My friends thought, it would be a great idea. So we go to, their house. We don't have any, we don't have any joints. I'm like, well, what are we going? My boy makes a gravity bong out of a Gatorade bottle.
Yeah, I'm familiar with those.
Yeah. And dude, they let me face the whole one by myself first.
Yeah.
And I just remember laughing, stuffing crimpets, like the tasty cakes down because we had Wawa's in Virginia. Stuffing like the crimpets, the Casey cakes, and I'm just blazed, bro. Like I have a friend Brittany, and she reminds me of this all the time. She's like, "You drunk is different, but you high." She was like, "That was the first time I was like, oh, okay, I actually like this guy."
People like me a lot better high too.
Yeah, me too, man.
Or at all.
Yeah, me too, man. So that was the first time, man. And then the pandemic is kind of what pushed. Me just going, trying it again and stuff, man. It was life was life.
Business was good during that time.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely so, man. Life was life, and then I just, had got some, man, and I started with the vapes, and then graduated over to the flower. So I'm a sativa boy.
Nice.
Love a good sativa, man, because it sparks creativity. It makes my wheels turn, and it makes me clean up my house real good.
Yeah. That's the Caucasian part of you.
I love John Hughes movies, man.
Usually, and you'll see in the industry, it's crazy. A lot of times, black folks usually like the indicas. White people usually like the sativas. Is across the board. It's usually how it goes.
My inner Billy comes out, bro.
My
inner Billy, man. I love a sativa.
I love them all. So.
Yeah, Mike don't discriminate, y'all.
I mix them all like I do everything. Just one big buffet. It's
like
my
cereal.
Life. For sure, absolutely. What was the? Your parents, were they ever, I guess at 19 it mattered less, but did they know about your cannabis use back then?
So my dad did. My dad is also a cannabis user. Yeah, the funny guy, man. Yeah. Shout out to my pops, man.
Maybe if your mom was a user, she'd be funny too. Maybe
I wouldn't trust her. Right. I wouldn't trust my mom.
I wouldn't trust my mom not high, so there's that.
My mom, I would trust my mom because I think that she would probably be a little bit more paranoid. It would be funny to me, but then it would probably become scary. But,
still makes her funny.
Oh, yeah, definitely. definitely. Oh, that's going in the set, man.
If it's funny for you,
but it was my dad, man. You know, and he was telling me how he, you know, used to, you know, of course, be using it, of course, when I was a kid and stuff like that, man. And we had that real conversation. And I believe my dad and I have always had a great relationship, but after, you know, the cannabis, man, like our relationship got a lot better. So my dad and I will get together, man. He'll come visit. He drives trucks and stuff. He'll come visit, pop in and stuff, stop at the house for a few hours. We'll, you know, light up one, play the Xbox. Yeah, he's still in Virginia. I'm the only one down here.
Nice.
Yep, only member of my family down here. Yep.
Yeah, Virginia's a mess too. We're trying to get a project up and running there, and they legalized and then didn't legalize. And it's a mess in Virginia right now.
It is,
for the
and
industry.
the Commonwealth is always messing up.
Yeah.
Man. So Virginia, get it together.
Right, and it's two different states in one. So the southern part of the state is pretty much North Carolina, and then the northern part of the state is pretty much D.C.
Yeah, D.C.,
you know,
Maryland,
everything in between, they're just confused. They don't know which way they're going.
Exactly,
So.
man. And there's no middle ground. Then you have like Richmond that's kind of split in between the two. So
a tweener.
Yeah, a tweener. So Richmond is half southern and half, you know, more progressive and things. But once you get, like you said, to like that D.C., Northern Virginia area, it's way better, man.
That's
way
what's
better.
up. What all in your background have you done before comedy? Anything like that?
Dude, so my background is in HR.
Right.
My background is in HR, man. So I've been around the block. I've done
definitely a funny
work.
profession.
Yeah, exactly, man. Because you see some stuff. I've been a director for a little bit of time too, as well. So HR.
What's the craziest HR thing you heard?
Wow, Mike. So
Put
I was.
It out there. I want names too.
You want names?
Yeah.
All right. I what was her name? I think her name was Anna or something like that. So I just got to this position, man. I was working in Richmond for a little bit last year. Just got to this position, man. And as soon as I get there, they're like, hey, there's this lady that's calling. She's been banned, suspended, but, you know, she's looking for her status. And I was like, all right, well, what did she get?
You just told me her status.
Yeah, I was like, well, what did she, my next question was, what did she get, suspended and banned for? It's like, oh, well, she threatened to blow up the building. And y'all didn't.
Who hasn't done that?
y'all didn't
That's why
fire her.
I can't stand HR. It's some bullshit.
I'm good HR, man.
Right.
I'm fun HR.
We're just small enough. We don't require HR yet, thankfully, because I'd been fired long ago.
Hey, listen, bro. I'll talk a lot of stuff, but they were like, well, we should probably terminate it. And this came straight from my boss. And I was like, they were like, no, you need to have that conversation. I just got here.
Right.
I don't know this lady. We ain't got no rapport.
Baptism by explosion.
By fire, dude. So I had to call and I was like, hey, you know, I told her, hey, I'll check in on it, but I can't guarantee that you're going to have your job. She was like, to be fair, all she wanted was an answer. She's like, I've been suspended 2 months. I'm just trying to see, do I need to look for another job? Which rightfully so.
Right.
Rightfully so. And after that, I had to call and let her know, hey,
what's
unfortunately.
the proper time for exposing a building? You know,
Yeah.
blowing the building up?
I just make sure I'm not in it.
Right,
you know, and then you do what you
right.
got to do.
Yeah, I'm out that day.
But then I'm reading like sheets and things of like co-workers threatening each other with gun violence and all that stuff like that. Yeah, so shout outs to Glen Burnie Nursing and Rehab Center in Richmond, Virginia. Get your shit together.
Right.
Like, yo, y'all
Sounds
stress
like a
me
place
out.
to be, man.
No, it is not. Read the Google reviews, Mike.
Right, yeah. It's like that.
Read the Google. Yeah, some of y'all was cool, but
I can only imagine, man. Being in the position I'm in with this company, employees are the worst.
Yeah,
people suck.
Yeah,
people really are something. And the audacity they have, the things they say. I was like, I'm equally offended and impressed.
Yeah, at the same time,
right.
It's hard to get that from
right,
you. You know, it's like I want to commend you, but knock you out your socks too.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
sometimes I'm like, damn, I should have used that back when I had somebody.
Hey, you can steal it for future reference.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I carried around a positive COVID test for like a couple months, and if I needed to get out of something, I really did get COVID a few times, but I was just in case. Like,
yeah. You know what, Mike? I think you might be blacker than you think if you're doing
I
that.
definitely am,
I think
man,
you got your black card officially.
I don't believe 23andMe. I need a recount. They messed me up.
We cousins, dog.
I'm racially ambiguous, man. It just depends on my surroundings. I just blend. I could be Latin. I could be Asian. I'm
a chameleon, man.
Biracial. Yeah.
I'm a chameleon. I just, you know what? Even when it comes to race, man, I don't really see. I see character.
Yeah, for sure.
I see character. Like, how are you as a person? Because
I hate everybody equally.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do. If you're a shitty person, I hate. I don't care what you skin. You could be fucking green.
Right.
A scroll.
A green
I
would
hate
be
you.
cool.
Yeah. I hate you.
And beyond color or gender or race, it's I've been messed up and screwed over more by family than anybody else.
Family to do it, man.
Yeah,
family.
so, I
got an underground
we're out
right
here
now.
we're out here looking for the people coming at us. Is the ones sitting amongst you a lot of times.
Family is the ones that do it, man, and that's because family just feels like we can screw you over, and we're family, so it's just got to be. But even now, what I will say is, I know millennials, we get a bad rep for a lot of stuff, but I think that you have to credit our generation with putting those boundaries there,
Sure.
and letting it be known that we don't have to take this. Like if I had to exist for the rest of life without you being then it is what it is, because I'd much rather be lonely and at peace,
right,
as opposed to having everybody surrounding me and be at war.
I like that. Millennials are tough for me to deal with. I'm learning.
I can be your study guy, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'll help you out. I'll help
learning.
translate.
I'm not quite boomer, man, but yeah, it's a lot of my staff and things are millennials, and I appreciate it. Everybody gets to express who they are and not live in suppression and everything. But sometimes you just don't need to tell everybody everything.
I mean, you don't,
right?
and that's another caveat.
Right.
With us, I mean, we put our business out, everywhere and stuff like that. We wear little jeans
The
and big
entitlement
shoes.
Sometimes too, man.
Man, it's huge. And that,
you know what I had to do for this? Yeah, and y'all got to come up with just pens to smoke on. We had to. We had funky smell if we want to get that, but it's all different.
Y'all had to hide.
Yeah,
you had to go to you really had to go and hide and make an effort. We smoke in front of cops now.
Right. Yeah.
That's the time we live in.
It is a fun time, man. It is, and even traveling to the airport and stuff, TSA and stuff. That. Several times I've had things taken out of my bag, looked at, and set right back in. It's a hell of a time to be alive.
It definitely is.
We've made a lot of progress for sure. But
yeah.
I've always said once this thing becomes legalized, I probably won't have interest in it anymore. It takes
the allure out of it,
right,
man. You know what I mean? Like even now, if I'm in a public place, after a show, it's kind of like one of the things with comedians. It's like there's a lot of times we'll be in a smoke circle,
right?
And so after the show, we'll go outside, we'll light up and stuff.
I must be a comedian. I'm in
Mike, come on, man.
There's a lot.
I teach a class, bro. You take it for free.
Yeah,
take it for free, man. But we get in a circle. Yeah, it's the powwow.
Right.
It's the peace circle. You know what I mean? And it's like it's in a spot where we know we're not supposed to. But guess what? Fuck it.
Right.
We're gonna light up anyway.
Right. Strength in numbers.
That's what I'm saying.
I
they
often
can't catch
talk
all of
about
us.
it with Bissell and other people. It's so often I find myself in rooms with people that we don't fit. We on paper. Society, whatever, we would never be in the same room if it wasn't for this plant. I think it's the great equalizer.
Cannabis brings lives together.
It does.
A lot of my friendships got better with my smoker friends after I started smoking.
Yeah, many of mine existed just because of smoking.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
But you get to learn who people really are and like their natural, most like coolest essence. I've had like sworn enemies who I thought people I would never like, and then you like. You're not really that bad. I just probably need to be around you when you're high, but you're not bad.
Yeah, everybody's better high. But, yeah, I think we have way more in common than not. But, yeah, man, what other aspirations you have? Is it comedy from here on out? I know the podcast.
Yeah.
What other things interest you?
It's comedy.
What makes you tick?
Comedy from here on out, man. I've had a bit of acting done as well. You know what I mean. I have a great acting coach. Shout outs to my man Stephen West Rogers. I have a great acting coach, man. Guy. Oh yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's a real good dude. Right. Yeah, real good dude, man. I love that guy, man.
Nah, he's amazing.
So between him and my boy Jim Crimmins, man, getting some tips on same bro, some tips on acting and stuff. They're professionals. They've been around the business, and whatnot. So I definitely appreciate them, showing me the ropes and things. Man, so a little bit more acting. I teach a comedy class, so just most recently did level 2. Probably gonna bring back level 1 at some point, and also do level 2 in conjunction with that. But
how many levels is this shit?
It's probably 2 as of right now, Mike.
Okay.
It's 2 levels to this shit right now. 2 levels to this shit. Yeah. The first part, level 1, is just teaching you how to become a comedian, helping you to write a 5-minute set and performing it in front of family and friends. Level 2 is, hey, you want to go from open micer to professional comic? Well, I mean, I don't claim to know everything, but I can tell you what's worked for me. Right. I can tell you how I, procured a dry bar special. I can tell you how I was chosen to go international and do 2 weeks in the Bahamas. I can tell you how I've kind of built up myself over 7 years. And again, like I said, I don't claim to know it all, but I can tell you what worked for me.
Okay. So no level 3.
No level 3, man.
I think I should come out with like a belt program, like
Oh, like Six Sigma or something?
Yeah, different levels.
A green belt in comedy?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy or somebody would be like the grand.
That's the final boss.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose every time, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I just wanna big up people and help people realize their dreams. That was the main reason for taking the comedy class. After visiting an open mic, man, myself and my boy Kevin Duffy, we walked in and there were comedians that were at this open mic and they gritted on us, dude. Walked in, they act like we weren't supposed to be there and whatnot. So I had two thoughts in my mind. I said, one, Kevin, if I ever get to a position where I can show love and not grit on people and show them that all comics aren't dickheads, I'm going to do that.
Right.
And I said, two, I made a list in my head that night of everybody I want to fucking destroy.
Yeah.
And that's been and that list was in the back of my head, man. And I want to get on stage.
Why are you so angry, man?
Because I'm a Virgo, dude.
Oh,
I'm a Virgo. We always got to keep it together, man.
Right.
But it's just, I operate like that because my thing is I'm not loud, but if you feel like you're the shit, I'm going to show you that you're not.
Right.
And that's just that.
So what's your shtick? What's your angle in comedy? Usually
I'm observational, baby. I'm observational. I'm witty. I like to, show you different things that you see every day. There's a joke that I do in regards to street signs in Charlotte, and you pass these street signs all the time, but you don't think about them.
Right.
I talk about, say for instance, Wilkinson. That's on a crazy part of town, and I'm like, I don't go over there because it sounds too much like Will Kill something. So right. I don't go.
And they will.
And you
right.
will. And so when I tell that joke, man, it's with the intent that you're passing by these signs. I want you to think about my jokes as you're seeing them.
Sure.
I don't like to do low hanging fruit. I like to do jokes that are gonna expand your mind and open them up, man. So it's like I take pride.
Also brought to you by cannabis.
Yeah, and exactly. Shout out Crown Town Cannabis, man. Make sure y'all visit locations in Noda.
It'll make you notice things that you normally don't notice, for sure.
For sure. That's usually when I notice when I'm high.
That's what's up, man. So. Where can people find you? Do you have a web page people go to?
Yes, sir. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, primarily Don Garrett Comedy. Got to get my website back up and running, dlgcomedy.com. All over the city and stuff, man. So just catch me, catch me.
You got any shows coming up soon? I know. Are you going to be at Crown Town for the...
Oh, yes. Be at Crown Town tomorrow night, man. Tomorrow night, man, coming out. Stephen West Rogers, like I said, my acting coach, man, he's out here and phenomenal comedian. He's going to be hosting. We got phenomenal comedians, Joyce Searles, Caleb Troxel, Evan Pitfield, and also Matt Christopher, man. So come on out to Crown Town Cannabis tomorrow. Know to y'all, $20, man.
What time? Comes with a pre-roll, too.
Yeah, comes with a pre-roll, y'all. Yeah. So you get a show and a pre-roll, man, and some good vibes, dude. So pull on up, man. Showtime's, I think, about 7:30ish p.m., man. So come on out, y'all.
It's a good time. Really,
yeah,
it really is. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. It was a great time.
And thanks for having us, man. And I enjoyed it as well. Tonight you can catch us at the Landon in Uptown, Queen City grounds. We have an 8 p.m. show, The Four Corners of Comedy, man. So hosted by my boy, comedian extraordinaire Jordan Century, man. So y'all come out, man. Queen City doing a lot of big things, man. And I'm just happy to be sitting across the table from my man Mike, Crown Town Cannabis, y'all.
Likewise, man.
Definitely support and go visit, man.
Yeah, I'd love to be part of your podcast. Anybody watching or whatever, my man's trying to come up with a name for his podcast. So,
yeah, send me suggestions, y'all. But
let them know what you got, man.
I wouldn't just big up, man, but like I'm sitting across from my first guest. You know what I mean? So when it goes down, sitting across from my first guest.
I think it's a good thing, man. We have a lot of talent that needs to be showcased and represented, and there's no such thing as luck. It's just preparation meets opportunity.
Of course.
And then if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And it's just finding your chance, man.
I say that in my class, Mike. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready, man. Comedy is...
You find people putting you on the spot, like, tell me a joke, man. Like,
and I just hold my hand out, like, give me $1,
What's
bitch.
your dad? Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah. Something strange for some change. Nothing for free. Tell them, say, so what's your dad joke game like?
My dad joke game is pretty decent, man.
Yeah, I'm working on mine too.
Yeah, it's pretty decent, man.
I gotta do better.
It's pretty decent, man. I like to think of little stupid stuff in my head and try it out, and tell people don't delete me on Facebook. I'm just testing. I'm just testing stuff, man.
No kids, right?
No kids, man.
Right.
No kids. At least
Take
not.
time,
they all in paper towels, man. So
right. Stiff socks and paper towels.
Crunchy.
right. Child abuse. It happens, man. Kids are different. It's
CPS, don't call me, yo.
That's right. I love it, man. So yeah, man, I can't wait to follow you and watch your career grow.
Same, brother. Thank you.
Let me know when the podcast's up and running. I'll come do an official one with you.
Yeah,
hopefully
we
can continue to be up and coming here. But we got some amazing things happening. We've opened another store in Charlotte in the South End. We're at 115 East Park Avenue in Charlotte in the South End.
It's not that far from me, man.
Yeah, store number 4.
Congratulations,
Thank
brother.
you, man.
Yeah.
Store number 4. The store that we do the events at is in Noda and 3501. Terrible. It's above Cabo Fish Taco for those Charlotteans watching. But yeah, we got 4 stores now. We're about to grow. We're opening some big projects, some big things we're working on. So, I hope to watch you grow, and we continue to grow with you. Hopefully,
yes,
continue to grow this venue space and for your show. And don't miss it. If you guys are here in Charlotte tomorrow night, 7:30, whatever, get there.
Be a hell of a show, man.
Yeah, sit there and smoke and watch people cut the jokes up. So it's a good time. But anything else you want to share with the folks?
Man, like I said, I'm just always gonna say, y'all go out, support Crown Town Cannabis, man. Just open up their 4th location. Make sure y'all go check it out, man. Amazing products, amazing staff, amazing ownership, man. So just thank you, brother. Thank you for the time to come through and the chat, man. And thanks for everything you do for the community. I
appreciate that. And I want to leave our watchers, listeners, or whatever with this, man. It's been heavy on my mind the last couple of weeks about following your dreams and your passion. And, so many times I'm out here grinding for free and working my butt off. And sometimes I'm like, why am I even doing this? But it's that opportunity. You never know when that next opportunity is going to hit. The chance meeting, someone notices you or whatever, man. And, I've achieved some pretty huge dreams. And here lately, I've stepped my game up to where it's terrifying me, my dreams. But, I guess my message for the people today is stay true to your dreams. No matter how impossible it seems, it's not. And, my man's a representation of that, and myself as well. You got to have dreams, and dreams without a plan is just hallucination, as my man Ryan says out there. So, it's keep the dream alive, and it is rough out here, guys. Like we're in a rough year. The world peace is in a bad place. The climate's in a bad place. The economy's in a bad place. If you watch the news, you feel like everybody hates everybody, man. But as we're sitting here with my man, you find out you have more in common with each other than not.
Exactly.
And stick to that. Turn the damn TV off. Turn to your friend, light a joint up, and hear what's going on in their life. You'd be surprised how much you have in common. But, Don, thanks for being on. I'd love to have you back on.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, everybody, for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're going to try to get more regular with this thing, too. And if any of y'all want to be on this show, too, we'd love to have you. It don't have to be about cannabis necessarily. Hell, you can even hate cannabis. I'd love to talk to you, too. It does make everything.
It makes it more fun.
But as always, peace, love, and cannabis.